This is Brian Mayer, host of Hot Sauce Weekly, and you are listening to BCRN, all barbecue and grilling all the time.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
Boing. We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to. Hit me!
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 2 feet for wiener.
But listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. Welcome aboard. You have found the Barbecue Central Show. Now, you might be asking yourself, what do you people talk about? All things important in the world of barbecue and grilling, of course. Hit me up on social media at BBQ Central Show on Instagram and on the Twitter /BBQ Central Show on Facebook. Follow me there. See my value-added posts as they relate to the world of barbecue and grilling and all that stuff. Still to come on the show, the Embedded Correspondents segment takes off in about 12 to 13 minutes from now. Steve Ray from Tennessee, Doug Scheiding from Texas, and David Huff from Oklahoma all sitting in this evening. John Solberg in Michigan on the bench just in case. You never know what's going to happen. All right, so let's go ahead and get our Bubba Burger winner here to help me. Is none other than oldest daughter, Bobby Rippett. Oh. Hold on. So put that a little bit closer to your face and the microphone, yes. And then talk expertly, judiciously, and expertly. Okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so here's what's going to happen. You might be asking yourself, what is this Bubba Burger contest all about?
What?
You might be asking yourself, what is this Bubba Burger contest all about?
I wonder what this is all about.
Right. Well, for the last number of weeks, I have asked my loyal Centralite following, because I had some issues with iTunes and they took the show off of iTunes. They unlisted it and then I had to get it relisted. That took all my ratings and reviews away, and I've had to start from scratch. And the good folks at Bubba Burger gave me some shirts, aprons, vouchers for free burgers. You remember when they came in the mail, of course, a number of weeks ago. I said, well, let's put together a little contest. And with the help of Stover Harger III over in Oregon, we said, hey, why not offer a shirt and a hat and an apron and a free voucher of Bubba Burger to people that would go in a certain period of time and leave a rating and review for the show on iTunes. So we weren't mandating that there be a 5-star rating for the show. Of course, if that's what the reviewer felt like giving us, we were very happy to receive a 5-star rating. But you also just couldn't trash me. Oh, then you had to hashtag contest so we could figure out who these eligible people would be. Now that time has surpassed. Then I had the ear surgery, so I couldn't do it that week. And then, you know what happened last week. And here we are this week. Are we ready? We have a total of 9 participants. There they are, as I'm showing them on the list here. Bobby, go ahead and take the top off of that box real quick. Take the top off the box real quick. And then just kind of tip it up to the camera so everybody can see that there are individually numbered. There you go. Pieces of paper, all 9. Don't drop any. Put the top back on. And go ahead and give it a shaky shake. Go ahead. Shake, shake. Flip it around. Make sure that you do it all right here. Good job. Good job. All right, is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, hold it up. Yeah, keep it there so we can see your hands. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to keep your eyes closed. You're going to feel around. You're going to pull out a number, and then you're going to read me that number. I have the corresponding number and name. Then, to further validate the winner, you will open up that number and read me the name. I'm sorry. Am I keeping you from something?
I was holding it.
Is Nick Ball watching? He's a big fan.
Probably not.
All right. Go ahead and swish around a bit. Toss it like a salad. There you go. Pick one out. Oh, this is very exciting. This has been going on for weeks and weeks. Give me a number first. Hold on. The winner is number
7.
Wow. Number 7 is Double J Richards is a winner. All right, hold it up to the camera to prove. Closer still. There it is. Turn it around for numbers. Number 7. And as you can tell here, number 7 is Double J Richards. So, Double J Richards, you have a prize pack of a Bubba Burger hat, a white Bubba Burger t-shirt, and an extra large size. You also get a Bubba Burger apron, and most importantly, a free voucher for a free pack of Bubba Burger. So enjoy those. As you get this on podcast, which all of you people, I think, left me ratings that are podcasters. Whenever you get this, please email me, Greg at the BBQ Central Show. In the subject line, put contest winnings. And then announce to me that you're Double J Richards. Here's my address, blah, blah, blah. I have a feeling I know who that is, by the way, Bobby. It might be your godfather, believe it or not. What are the chances?
Really?
I could be way off, but there's a very good chance that that's who it is. But we shall see. So congratulations to Double J Richards on winning the Bubba Burgers. Congratulations. Very good. All right, Bobby, you have a big day tomorrow. We go to the district semifinals in volleyball. This is your senior season. So as the high school career draws to a close, what are your thoughts leading into the match against Lake Catholic High School? How are you breaking it down?
I just want to win.
What are you going to do to win? What are the keys to victory?
Well, I'm going to block them, and I'm going to get some kills in the middle of the court, not the corners, because they play a perimeter. So we got to outsmart them. We just need to do good.
Minimize errors.
Yeah.
Pass well. And serve receive.
Serve in.
Serve the ball in.
Hit the ball down.
Hit the ball down.
Block the ball down.
Here's the good news. For every kill Bobby gets, 10-foot line or in front of the 10-foot. So from 1 inch to the 10-foot line, $5 a kill. About that. Hopefully donated by the Central Lakes. So I won't have to pay you that. But every ball you put down, $5. How about that? Little incentive for you to jump high and hit down.
Do I have to hit it or can I tip it?
Yeah, you got to hit it.
Tipping is a kill.
Killing.
That's a kill.
No tipping.
It's a kill in the books.
Shh. No. Straight kills. Are you nervous because your college coach is going to be sitting in the stands? Do you find that to be a little extra pressure?
No,
knowing
I
that she's
for her already.
Yeah, but she's coming to watch you and you're amongst your high school mates. You've committed to her verbally to go play college volleyball there, and now she's coming to watch you. You don't think you're going to over-try, right?
No.
You're going to keep it real?
Yeah.
All right, scale of 1 to 10. Here we go. 1 being no way, 10 being all day. Chances of winning.
7.
7? Wow. Thought it was going to be in that 3 to 4 range, but I'll take 7. All right. We congratulate once again Double J Richards for winning the Bubba Burger contest. Bobby, thank you for helping me to the Bubba Burger contest, and all the Centralites wish you a good luck as VASJ takes on rival Lake Catholic, and I use rival only as a descriptor. All right, good luck, okay?
Thank you.
Let's win, or you got to walk home. How far is the walk home?
Far.
Oh, yeah, real hours.
Yeah.
Could be half a day. It's a long walk now. It's an hour by car, so.
I just won't walk home.
Yeah. Take the jet?
I'll stay there.
Oh, good idea. You transfer to Jefferson City Schools.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
All right. There she is, Bobby. Go get him tomorrow, kiddo. Go get him. Congratulations to Double J Richards on your Bubba Burger Prize Pack. Don't forget, hit at me on the emails, Greg at thebbqcentralshow.com to claim your hat, shirt, apron, and voucher for free Bubba Burgers. Meanwhile, I want to talk to you about Cook Shack. They manufacture smoker ovens for barbecue lovers with any amount of experience. Whether you barbecue in the backyard, on the competition circuit, or in a 5-star dining facility, Cook Shack has the unit that will do the job, and with a full line of barbecue sauces, spices, pellets, wood chunks, it's the perfect one-stop shop. Cook Shack strives to be your barbecue resource center by offering cooking classes, online recipes, how-to videos, 2 blogs, smoke and grilling 101s, and a video cooking classroom. Check out their website at cookshack.com or follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+. Get advice and share your passion for barbecue on their world-class barbecue forum. Cook Shack pellet-fired smokers are the choice of champions because, as I say each and every week, designed by a champion, Ed Fast Eddie Morin. The FEC 100, PG 1000, always customer favorites. The PG 1000 can actually double as a smoker and a grill. Low and slow, hot and fast, the pellet grill line gives you the most for your money. Now, if you don't like pellet-fired smokers, I have an option. How about residential electric smokers manufactured by Cook Shack? They only are the #1 smoker in the industry. That's right, high quality means high durability and versatility. Anything you can cook in your oven, you can make in a Cook Shack. Passion and dedication drives Cook Shack's manufacturing, with quality always being the top priority. Get the best in barbecue since 1962. Call 800-423-0698. That's 800-423-0698. That's Cook Shack and cookshack.com. We're back with the Embedded Correspondents segment. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The only show giving you a monthly visit from a doctor of barbecue. A man actually named Meathead. The author of a barbecue Bible. Bloggers, reviewers, competitors, and manufacturers by the dozens. It's the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Hey, Smoking with Smithfield fans, friends, and neighbors. Head on over to smokingwithsmithfield.com and apply for the Committed Cooks program of 2019, $25 shipping fee. And you get well over $100 or $200 worth of gear, if I remember correctly. That's open for the first 500 applicants. Also, if you host or run a barbecue event or contest and you're looking to get into that Smithfield grant program, head on over to the same website, smokingwithsmithfield.com, and get your submission in today. I believe that runs till the end of the month, so you have a little over a week left in order to get your application in for the Committed Cooks program. So, there you go. All right, it's the 4th Tuesday of the month, and joining me from Texas, from Tennessee, and according to my Skype, maybe not Oklahoma, but we're going to try anyway, is Steve Ray from Tennessee, Doug Scheiding from Oklahoma, and David Huff. Okay, let's try. Hold on, let's try again. It's Steve Ray from Tennessee, Doug Scheiding from Texas, and David Huff from Oklahoma, but I don't think he's here. David, are you there? No David. Uh-oh. Guys, have you heard anything from David?
He's there somewhere.
He is?
He said he was ready. The call had John's name, not David by it.
The call had John's name?
Yeah, the participants.
Uh-oh.
Well, they changed Skype all of a sudden. Just from the other night we tested, it was a different screen, and it took me a second to find out how to answer it.
All right, hold on. I got
If you can believe that.
Hold on. Let's go. David Huff. Boom. Add. Let's see. I believe a call's going out to him now as we speak. Let me go ahead and grab everybody here. Look, Steve looking very good. Doug also looking very good this evening. You guys have a classic. Steve, you have a brand new internet connection, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, look at you.
Hardwire.
Look at him. Oh. Look at him. He got away from the MiFi and went hardwire. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, here he is. David? There's David Huff. He's in. What's up, David? How are you, buddy?
Sweet. Thanks for including me, Greg.
Yeah, you got it. I'm not sure what I think I took you out of the rotation there from last month. I forgot to dial you back in, but now we're all set. All right, so let me, before we get into topics and so forth, let me quickly race around the panel and ask you this question. If you win the $1.6 billion tonight, and maybe everybody's realized that they have not won, and the answer is moot, but for the sake of entertainment and frivolity, let's just go ahead and answer anyway. Steve, if you win $1.6 billion tonight, do you show up for work tomorrow?
Hell no.
Hell no! Wow. All right. Dougie?
Good.
Absolutely, I would.
Absolutely. I like it. Here we go. So we got one nay, one yay. Now we got the tiebreaker. The man who took a month off, back and better than ever. David Huff will answer. Do you come to work after you win $1.6 billion?
I do, but not at my current job. I'm cooking barbecue for a living.
Oh, he's self-employed. I like it. All right. I do sell Peterbilts tomorrow with $1.6 billion. Here's the thing. I want to get off into diatribe here. Does everybody, Steve, do you take the lump or do you take the payments?
No, I take the lump.
Okay. Doug, same for you?
Lump.
Dave?
Yeah, future cost of money, you got to take the lump.
Look, I think that's a bad idea because $1.6 billion, right? And then it's really a lump of $925, but then you have to pay tax on that depending on where you're at. So you're really looking, I know this is going to sound strange when I say it, but you're really only looking at putting $610 in the bank after $1.6 billion of the win. I don't understand that. So I think they pay over 30 years of annuity payments. That's $55 million a year. I know I got 30 years left in me-ish. Even if I don't make it all the way, I'll be able to sock enough away to set up a whole bunch of people. $55 million a year. You get a little bit of a spend control. I mean, there's not a lot of things you can't buy for $55 million a year, but at least you have a little bit of a throttle. I think you put $610 in the bank. You got to... $55 million a year gets you a whole new set of concerns. $610 in the bank gets you a real new whole set of concerns. Would you be worried about personal safety, Steve, with $610 in the bank?
No, I'd buy $610 worth of Amazon stock and get a thank you note from Jeff Bezos. That's
Doug,
what I'd do.
Would you be worried about personal safety, Doug?
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to be anonymous until you get things in order and go to work like you're supposed to.
But I think some states require you to claim in person. Like Ohio is one of the few states that you can send a anonymous collector up, or you send a trust or a lawyer up, and you can stay completely anonymous. A lot of these other states require that you show up like a clown with a big check and have that bullseye marked firmly on your face. That's scary, right, David?
Yeah, but with that much money, I'm hiring the best-looking female bodyguards I can.
Look at this guy. Unbelievable. All right, embedded correspondent.
Yes, you got a new job.
Embedded correspondent segment coming right up here. David, let's go ahead and get your take first. What's up?
Sure. Well, first, sorry about missing last month. I didn't get to put my Barbecue Central Hall of Fame guests in, That's so right. I would like to start off by nominating your most recent guest. Your daughter sure knew how to handle your crap, and the way she just took that like a champ, I would put her in the Hall of Fame as a guest already.
That's wrong.
Man.
She was ill prepared. She was not bringing any energy. She could barely piece together a sentence. It was quite a disappointment, I got to be honest. She's in the worst guest Hall of Fame. First one
Fair
in.
enough.
First ballot Hall of Famer. Go ahead.
Fair enough. Okay, so listen, this is fall time of year, right? We know it's football. It's getting cold outside. The leaves are changing. But I know it's fall because absolutely everything is pumpkin spice. Starbucks. I saw Twinkies at the store, Frosted Flakes. Greg, you posted on your, I think it was either Instagram or Facebook, Buffalo Wild Wings is in on the action with pumpkin spice wings.
Yes.
First off, whether you like the flavor or not, it's just too much. But it got me thinking, how can we translate this into something worthwhile with barbecue? I mean, how many different kind of odd flavors and spices have you guys ever tried on a flavor profile? Ever tried pumpkin pie spice on a pork butt or, something crazy like that to go along with the season? Everywhere I go, there's pumpkin spice something, and enough is enough unless you can make it taste good with my barbecue.
I've never been a fan of pumpkin spice anything. I think it's weird, as I had mentioned in the open or during the first segment that Pat LaFrida shined on me on. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but he didn't show up for the first segment. Highly embarrassing for him, I'm sure. And I said, hey, pumpkin spice is the flavor comparison to Christmas. It's showing up earlier and earlier every year. I don't understand. I mean, I understand Christmas, of course, but I don't understand that whole pumpkin spice thing. I don't think I've had a pumpkin spice latte or coffee or Twinkie or any food. As soon as I see it, I just don't buy it because I'm not down with that. Now, as far as fall flavors and barbecue, I mean, I've put homemade applesauce on pork a whole bunch of different times because apples and pork work really good. So that's kind of my effort into fruit and the fall and pork or barbecue stuff. Steve, have you ever messed around with fall flavors and live fire?
No, not pumpkin spice. I'm like you, Greg. I love pumpkin pie with whipped cream, but as far as the pumpkin spice flavors, I'm not a fan. I'm pretty straightforward. I've seen the applesauce on ribs and then wrapped. I've seen that several times at contests.
Just to make sure we're on the same page, I do not like pumpkin pie. No. None of that shit. None of it. No. Doug, fall flavors, you a pumpkin spice guy? What do you like?
No, I'm not a huge. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like. It's too much like flan. It's more of a texture thing than flavor. But the best pumpkin I've ever had, actually, Steve Graham's, the San Antonio Rodeo chairman. Yep. He makes a pumpkin venison stew that sometimes he makes at his house for Halloween. It's actually fantastic. I've been trying to get him to give me the recipe, but this weekend we cooked a bourbon pecan pie. So a little bourbon and barbecue always goes well together. When I originally started competing, actually, my ribs were cherry chipotle ribs, and they used the flavor of cardamom, which is like a little bit like lighter fluid. Just a little bit goes a long way, and you can overexpose those things to cardamom and also cinnamon. Cinnamon was in the recipe, so it was hard to control those flavors.
Those are fall flavors too. I mean, cinnamon and cardamom and a lot of that other. It was hot. It was a short-lived thing for me, also because a lot of the girls in the house didn't like it. But I was real big believer in the cherry rubs on ribs. Look at Doug's doing his best imitation of Meathead. I don't know if everybody thought that there or not, but I caught it. I loved cherry rub on the ribs, but it just didn't play in the house, so I had to ditch it. Steve, do you use cherry rub on ribs?
No, not on ribs. Surprisingly enough, I use it on chicken. I use Butcher Barbecue's cherry on chicken. It on wings. It works great. It's kind of like my final little dust. People love it.
David, do you use cherry at all on ribs?
A little bit. I tell you one thing, and I was trying to remember whose recipe it was, but I smoked some lamb ribs not too long ago, and the barbecue sauce recipe was a black cherry and fig recipe, and it was one of the very well known. I don't remember if it was Tuffy or who it was, but it was absolutely fantastic. A really sweet barbecue sauce with some rosemary. I can't remember who it was, but and fig's kind of a holiday flavor as well.
Sounds like a Steven Reichland type recipe.
I don't think it was Steven, but dadgum, it was good. The only problem was it called for Black Mission figs, and I couldn't find fresh, so I had to get dried and hydrate them. So
wow. All right. Black Mission figs. I've never heard of it. I didn't know that. I thought figs were figs, but
not
whatever.
the Newtons. I just scraped it out of the middle of the Newton, called it good.
That's the way to do it. All right, Steve, let's go ahead and start with you. I know you said you might need a little room to get through everything, so I can either hold off the break or we can float and do half and half. But go ahead and give it a start.
There, right?
Now,
right,
let me just preface this. Don't be offended, everyone. Okay.
Oh,
if I offend you, I didn't mean to. But
all right.
If you're offended, too bad.
Remember. Let's make sure that we know. Let's just not even worry about don't be offended, or it's like saying no offense, but, or so you're about to offend somebody.
With all due respect.
I'm not a racist, but everything that you say after that.
All due respect.
So I mean, just go ahead and torch if you're going to torch.
All right. After a local barbecue contest here in Ottawa a couple of weeks ago, some guy came over to me at my tent when I was wrapping up stuff, and he wanted to talk barbecue. And I won't mention his name, but his initials are Justin. Justin is apparently the greatest backyard cook on earth, because he told me several times that he didn't need to enter no contest because his friends and family told him his barbecue was the best they ever had. Justin, you may think you cook good barbecue, and you just might, but until you quit taking the word of family and friends eating free food, you'll never know how really good it is.
Oh, Justin, your barbecue is so good. We are so glad you married our daughter. Aren't we, Tommy?
Hey, these ribs taste like Alpo. We'll stop at Famous Dave's on the way home. Let's leave before he brings out dessert.
That's right, Justin. People have been lying to you. Take your pork butt out of the smoker and put it in a styrofoam box in front of 6 people that don't know you or don't love you, who think they know more about barbecue than anybody, and then let them tell you how good your barbecue really is.
How can I get a 55, 57, and then the 2 judges before that give me 93 and 90? 90. Almost perfect scores.
Hashtag Hartville.
Wasn't as great as you thought, was it, Justin? All you backyard superstars that like to brag about your barbecue to anyone who'll listen, and then sit at home on weekends binging on barbecue pitmaster reruns while you cook hot dogs on a cheap Walmart smoker, can go pound sand. Until you put your money where your mouth is and put your food in front of people who don't love you or don't live next door to you, you'll never know how good your barbecue really is. So the next time you're browsing your favorite barbecue site on Facebook, and you see a post for a local barbecue contest, seize the moment and enter it. Then you'll see if your barbecue is really any good.
Justin.
Wow.
Justin.
Wow. Steve on fire. Doug, your thoughts?
Rant on.
Well, how did he finish, by the way, if I can ask, this no-name person named Justin?
He didn't compete, though. That's the problem, right?
Compete. That's the problem.
Oh. Yeah. Steve is telling him, hey,
my barbecue's great. I don't have to compete.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's doing Steve a favor by not entering the contest and summarily winning.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, agreed. It is free. I actually have a process of elimination. So I will, give some food, and I don't really, say, give me feedback or whatever. So first of all, if they don't thank me first, after they've eaten it after a few days, then they're off the list immediately, whether they give me, any good criticisms or comments about it. But I actually like to whittle out through a process of elimination the people that give good critical comments. So I actually have certain rib tasters, people that give me good comments on ribs, because I'm always doing contests when I'm coming up with a new recipe, and I'll give them 4 different ribs and each and marked in a separate bag, and I tell them to rate them, and I'll have 5 or 6 people do this and come up with some ratings and stuff. So but they have to give me critical comments about this bourbon pecan pie I'm talked about this weekend. I've given it to 4 people so far, and I've got comments back from 3 of them already. So, just trying to get an idea. Hey, what do we need to tweak? Does it have too much orange in it? Not sweet enough? Whatever. So I kind of that's kind of my process of elimination.
If somebody enters your camp, Doug, and proclaims as what was this guy's name? Justin. That's right. Jeffrey's married to Ina Garten, who's my love of a lifetime on Food Network. If somebody came into Rogue Cooker's tent and proclaimed to you that they don't need to enter barbecue competitions because they cook the best, their friends and family tell them so, blah, 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 do you just ask them to leave immediately? Do you challenge them and say, hey, throw down, like Steve says? It's all great when everybody's eating for free. Truth be told, I've never had anybody tell me my food sucks either because nobody's paying for it. Now, I'm not myopic like this idiot and thinks that everybody really thinks my stuff's good. I know it's free. It's probably okay, but it's mostly free, and they really like it because it's free. I get that. But some of these guys maybe don't get that. How do you challenge those people, Doug?
No, I actually, the people that give me critical comments right away, they're immediately on the top of the list of getting more food. But if someone came into my camp, I'd say, sure, no, yeah, I'm sure you do, but yeah, you want to try some of my food? And I'd just like to see them, by their facial expression. As being in sales, it's more about being in the face-to-face meeting and seeing the expression on their face, and that will say more than what they're actually saying through their talk.
Doug, what do you think about, or David, what do you think about Steve's rant?
What'd you say? With all due respect, we're not supposed to start that way. You know what? Okay, let me preface it by saying this. If the purpose of Justin saying that comment was to be an absolute ass to the guys that are out there busting their butt and trying to win, then go fly a kite, Justin. Absolutely get out of here. But if his comment was simply to mean, just because you're in a barbecue contest doesn't mean that your barbecue is good, and the only way to make good barbecue is to be entering contests, then I am absolutely on Justin's side. Because I have had fantastic backyard barbecue that wouldn't win a contest, but I would eat it over some of the barbecue that's winning contests because it's not my flavor profile. It's not my favorite. People want ribs that are overcooked and fall off the bone. People want chicken that has crispy skin on it. If he meant it that way, I don't have to enter a contest in order to justify that I make really good barbecue, then I'm on board with him. But if he was just being an ass to the guys that are busting their butts trying to make a living out of this, then you know what? It's not your place to talk, Justin.
Steve, clarify. Was this guy being a bag, or was he just saying that, from a competition standpoint, I don't have to be in a barbecue contest to make good barbecue?
He was telling me that the people that cook, he is superior to us because his family and friends have already told him. He does not have to justify his food in a contest, lower himself to a contest. What he's saying was, my food is great because mom and dad told me it was great. And mom and them.
Well, but
and
let's be honest,
you guys can compete if you want to, but I don't have to.
Everybody who's in the contest started with their family and friends telling them they were good at barbecue. They should go in a contest or sell it or catering. So at some point, you have that feedback. But if he's saying, if he's doing that, Steve,
Justin probably still lives in mom and dad's basement, right?
Yeah, right.
Let's be honest. No doubt about that. That's right. All right. We are going to step away here just for a few minutes while I talk to you quickly about the barbecue guru, and then we'll be back with Doug Scheiding, Embedded Correspondents segment. He's from Texas, so we'll talk to him about social media things that drive him crazy. I'm looking very much forward to that. In the meantime, let me talk to you quickly about the Barbecue Guru. You know, they've always believed that cooking should be easy, because it can be, especially with the Monolith Barbecue Guru Edition grill. The Monolith is the world's first temperature-controlled smoker with a built-in power draft fan. This means smarter control and greater freedom with automatic temperature control. Easily choose your cooking time and temperature. Let the Monolith do the work of a sous chef or barbecue pitmaster with minimal effort. You now have oven-like precision at the grill and can serve the tastiest, juiciest meals each and every time. All you have to do is head over to bbqguru.com. That's bbqguru.com, or give them a call at 800-288-GURU. That's 800-288-GURU. Ask your questions. They'll make sure that you're outfitted with exactly what you need. Again, as I remind you each and every week, if you have a Guru temperature controller and you now purchase the Monolith Edition grill, the fan is built in, so all you have to do is hook the controller down to the fan. You're off and running. Now, if you want to upgrade technology, it's certainly up to you. Again, if you have any questions, you hit up the website, bbqguru.com, or give them a call at 800-288-GURU. The Barbecue Guru continues to be a breakthrough in barbecue technology. We are back right after this with the Embedded Correspondents segment. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show right here on the Barbecue Central Network. Stick around. Be right back.
Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard. Monitor up to 6 different temperatures simultaneously. Connect via Wi-Fi or cloud-based monitoring, or connect via Bluetooth if you want. If you have Alexa or Google Assistant in your home, you're in luck, because Fireboard, fully integrated with both, constantly learning new techniques and skills. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call them 816-945-2232. All right, Steve in Tennessee, Doug in Texas, and David, and what's your guest's name, David?
This is Rosemary.
Of course it is. Is she eating a brain?
Of course she is.
Wow. Rosemary, easy on the brains there. Does she have anything to say? Or she just
does
look
if I
good?
plugged her in. She's part of the big Huff House haunted house. We have werewolves that eat on legs and spit at you as you walk by. And
great.
She eats brains and lunges forward, and I usually come up with some way to scare all the little neighborhood kids to drop their candy. So, yeah, this is Rosemary, and she was just going to keep me company here.
Yeah, all right. Well, Rosemary, you hang right in. Oh. Looks like she was getting ready to dump off there. Go ask for more brains. Doug, your turn is now up. So the stage is yours. Your hot take for the month of October.
Okay, well, your rant last week of the cutting of steak and posting it on Facebook and et cetera got me thinking of really what kind of some of the social media things that drive me crazy. And probably the thing that drives me the most crazy on social media is when people cook a brisket or cook whatever meat, and then they have to squeeze it and squeeze all of the juice out and take a video of this thing. And I actually hate it so much. I own the domains. If someone goes to stopsqueezingyourmeat.com and stopsqueezingthemeat.com, it will go to my Facebook page. It's
Really?
forwarded to my Facebook page. Absolutely. I'm a kind of a domain collector. I have almost 100 different barbecue domains, et cetera. So I've sold a few and et cetera. But anyway, so I have both of those because it just drives me crazy.
What about don'tsqueezeyourmeat.com? Was that one taken?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good one.
Yeah, well, that sounds like it might be taking you a different website.
Yeah. All right. So second thing.
Doug, hold on. Let me interrupt just for 1 second. Let's go around the table pretty quick. Doug hates when people are squeezing their meat. David, do you care if people are squeezing their meat in social media?
Well, first off, Doug, I would like HuffDaddyBarbecue.com, please. I was wondering why I couldn't get that, and now I know. No, I mean, I don't care if they're gonna. I've seen them press on the meat and look at all the juices, et cetera, et cetera. If that's their, they're flash in the pan and that's what they think makes the video looks good, whatever. Doesn't matter to me.
Steve?
Yeah, I like to watch it, see the meat come out. I was watching an Aaron Franklin brisket video today at work, and he did the same thing. If it's good enough for Aaron, I can handle it. But it's the number of food videos and the strange pictures that people take of food are sometimes annoying when you're just carousing the internet looking for food pictures. They're kind of funny. Some of it they taste. I like the ones that look like crap, and then they taste and they tell you how good it is. Everybody goes, I hate this one. I hate when they go, oh, that's so good. It's the same thing every time. Oh, it's so good. I mean, what are they going to say? Boy, I blew this one. This thing tastes like roadkill. I'll catch me next week and I'll make a good one.
I'm kind of in a vacillating position about squeezing your meat, because I think inherently you shouldn't do that. You should if you're going to cut the brisket, you should just be able to hold it up. And I assume that if you've done it right and it's super juicy, as soon as you cut it open and are always holding the point end up, of course, that it should just be exuding juice on its own. Correct, Doug? I mean, that's what should be happening.
If you're cutting it, that's a different deal, but don't squeeze it.
Now, to accentuate how great this meat is, I also feel that people have this instinctual want to just apply a little more pressure on that beef to show you even more juice. And that's, I guess, where I become a little more on the side of, well, it already looks so good. It's already exuding. If it's pushing its own juice out, don't apply any mechanical pressure from your person down on that meat to squeeze every last drop of it out. So I guess I do believe more in the don't squeeze your meat campaign, for sure. So although every once in a while I may be guilty of doing that at home. Well, that's a huge brisket that I'm carving up behind you, Steve. That's a great picture. All right, so I think we all kind of agree on the squeezing of the meat. Go ahead, Doug, your next take.
Okay, I have 6 of these. So
great.
Dirty grills. When people take these pictures of the meat, and I even saw one last week where the guy said, I know my grill is dirty, but look how beautiful this piece of meat looks. Clean up your stinking grill, and don't have dirty drip pans, and don't have it overloaded in a messy grill, and think and tell us how great the meat is, and et cetera. So try to plan out the picture.
Right. Also, I think, and disagree with me, anybody, if you don't think, if your grill is that dirty and you're cooking at any type of reasonably hot temperature, that stuff's just going to start to ignite or smoke and put off some potentially off flavors and mess with your flavor profile that you're putting on whatever you're cooking.
Sure it does.
Yeah. Not to mention potential for
clean tool,
foodborne illnesses and stuff like that. So
Ted Reeder once said a healthy grill is a clean grill.
Yep.
Stephen Reichland says keep it hot, keep it clean, keep it lubricated. Yeah. You should hear what he says about grilling. All right, go ahead, Doug.
Okay, the box unpacking videos, I just don't understand. It's like, when you posted that video, Greg, and so many people were so fascinated, and you got, how many views did you get on that unpacking of the box video? I just don't understand what is so unique and interesting that people love to watch these things.
What did I get?
Didn't you have some box?
The Traeger.
When the
Traeger came in, you unpacked it.
No, it was some other a box, and you posted it, and you got was it 20,000 views or something like that?
I don't recall right off the top of my head. Maybe that wasn't me.
I think you got some rub. He was running through the house. Is that the one?
Yeah, it was the it was the meat church.
No, it was. This is like 3-4 months ago that you did this and you posted this video and it got all of these. I'm gonna go back and check it out.
Right. Was it the Yard Flame?
I'm gonna go look. Well, I'll go look after the show. So
no worries.
Yeah.
But people love unboxing. They want to see it show up in the box, and they want to see the box cutter slide through the clear tape. They want to see all the packaging come out and the instructions. I mean, it's weird. You know, my favorite YouTube channel right now, and this makes absolutely no sense why it's my favorite, but I sit there and will watch it for hours and hours. I don't sit there and physically watch it, but I have it playing in the background. Are these two Gulfstream G4 corporate pilots? And this guy's got a 3-camera system up in the cockpit, so you can see them both working. And he's got a couple shooting outdoors, and he puts these things together from when they taxi out to when they hit the arrival airport. They have all the radio traffic going. I'm just totally mesmerized by it. I mean, might as well be like on. Oh, yeah, those were the slow and sear for the kettle grill. Yeah, the unboxing of the kettle grill. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, how many views did that have?
51,167. How could you forget that?
How can you not like that? I mean, that's proof in itself. That's everybody loves that.
Riveting.
Everybody loves that. There. Wow. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Doug.
I actually watched it 2 or 3 times.
Of course.
To try to figure out what the hell I was watching. And when I was missing, I was like, I'm missing something. Something is wrong here. But anyway, all right. So 51,160. All right. My number 4, the cutting of cooked tri-tips and brisket incorrectly.
Uh-oh.
You know, people, yeah, you know, they that's the secret of cooking actually eating a good tri-tip is having it cut correctly. But someone actually cooked my brisket recipe. I guess it was a couple 2-3 weeks ago, and it was all I could do because they cut with the grain, and they said the recipe was terrible, and it looked like just a spaghetti mess on their butcher block. And I was luckily within about an hour, someone said you cut the thing wrong. So yeah.
Do you think that there is still a majority lack of understanding of cutting against the grain? Like the tri-tip grain, it goes one way up to a certain point, but then it switches. Like you got to know when to turn that piece of meat around in order to continue to go against grain. Same thing when you're cutting the brisket. When you're cutting back to where the point and the flat come together, you got to switch that thing around. Otherwise, when you get into the point, now you're cutting with the grain. That makes it like crap.
Yeah, I think there is a big, some of the places here in Texas that's the first time I ever saw it was when they cut the flat correctly and then they switched it and then did 90 degrees on the point. I'm like, what are you doing? But but a lot of people cut the flat wrong, which is the problem.
Yeah.
You know, they cut with the grain. So, as Steve would say, watch a few videos on Facebook and you can learn some things, right?
There's a lot of ways to get to Chicago, Doug.
Sure are.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the against the grain problem is even more exaggerated when you're doing steak fajita meat, like with the flank or a skirt steak. If a lot of times the long way you want to cut the short way across it because that's the easiest for the knife. When really that's going with the grain. You have to cut the skirt steak in half and then twist it to get those nice short cuts, and it will make a huge difference on tenderness when you're cutting the wrong way on those skirt steaks. So absolutely, I think it's still an issue.
All right, Doug, keep going.
That's a good point. So, also when you on Facebook or whatever, and you add someone to a page or whatever, and then they post on your page, hey, thanks for friending me, or thanks for adding me, or they send you a message, and they wave at you and stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. Just, are you some kind of weirdo? And it kind of weirds me out. Some people I'll just kind of unfriend immediately, and I'm like, hey, you're a little weird. Yeah, the clapping of the hands and the waving and stuff like that. So sometimes that just makes me a little weird.
But Doug, if Alton Brown friended you or followed you on Instagram, wouldn't you potentially hop in your DM and slide him a hey, thanks for the follow? Or you just you would know? There's no way you would do it. You wouldn't acknowledge that guy followed you. Your hero.
I might send him a message in terms of I'm a big fan or something like that. But I wouldn't. You wouldn't
say thanks for the ad or thanks for the follow.
No, I would not. No, pretend like you've been there before.
You're lying. Doug, you're a liar.
I guarantee you, Steve thanked Jess Pryles for the follow. Don't lie, Steve.
Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, that's the friend.
Steve, did you thank?
What?
Did you thank Jess Pryles for the follow?
She doesn't follow me.
Oh!
You kidding me?
She's got like 83,000 followers, and I think she follows 397 or whatever it is. So, by the way, follows me. Suck it. All right, keep going, Doug. Keep going.
Okay, all right. Hey, Steve does have a book though, signed by her, saying second favorite EC. That's right. So yeah,
right. Steve, Jess Pryles. Yes,
let the record state. So all right, so probably finally, and this drives me crazy in competition, is the glazing of briskets and putting a sweet sauce and cooking that sweet sauce on. I have several domains related to justaujuit.com. And when I turn in competition brisket, it will not, and I repeat, not
Andrew,
have exactly. It will not have a glaze on it. Thank you.
All right, so Steve, you cook a lot of KCBS contests. I mean, I think a lot of competition cooks glaze the brisket in some form or fashion, don't they?
Oh yeah, a lot of them spray it with apple juice. Sure do.
So it's kind of a sweet meat.
Mm-hmm. It's it's real sweet. The sauce I use is real sweet. It's the same sauce that goes on our burnt ends, or the same sauce that go on our chicken. Matter of fact,
Doug, is it a Texas thing with you?
That's what wins. That's what wins.
I'm not talking about burnt ends. Burnt ends is a different deal. I'm talking about your slices. They are glazing it with the barbecue sauce and cooking that barbecue sauce on just like a rib.
Is that a Texas thing, Doug?
Some people do.
A lot of people are doing it.
Even in Texas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are doing it in Texas, too.
You too in Oklahoma, Dave?
Well, yeah, competition barbecue. I mean, when I sat with some friends that have competitive cooks that have won quite a few, and they let me in their trailer to kind of shadow them for the day, and they showed me their brisket box. I mean, it was glowing. They were spritzing it. They had the sweet sauce on it. They had the finishing powder and all this stuff. And I took a piece of it, and while it was tender and very, very flavorful, probably too much. I mean, it was Wagyu and sweet sauce, etc. Back to what I was saying earlier, I just want a piece of well-smoked, tender brisket with salt and pepper, and it doesn't need to shine. It just needs to get in my belly. So I don't know. I don't like the glazing of the brisket either.
All right, last question as we quickly go around the dais, and we'll start with David Huff since you weren't on here last month. Are you surprised that Dr. Barbecues is open for business?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
Nope. I mean, it's not like it happened quickly. It was bound
to trust me, I think we all got that idea. I think it was, is it going to open? Steve, are you surprised that on the 17th it did open?
Yeah, I thought it would be November, but you know what? I'm glad, and I'm really glad that he's been posting the pictures on there online, and it looks like a fantastic restaurant. The ambiance looks great, and the food's going to be good. So I can't wait to someday somehow have a reason to go down there and spend a lunch.
Doug, you won the pool on this Dr. Barbecue. Will it open, and when will it open? So were you surprised that the 17th did meet the expectation?
I was surprised that I won, given that you were really closest, but I was glad that the rules were made in such that that you did not win, and it couldn't be past your date of what you said. So I'm glad he's finally open. I hope he's involved in it for a long time.
Do we unveil the new pool? No, we don't unveil the
No,
no. It's off air for now.
On that.
Greg, let me cut in here. By the way, as somebody who did not participate in the pool, I don't remember the rules saying you couldn't go over. So I think, Greg, you might have been the winner. I don't know.
No, that was my rule. I was the one that dictated that rule that you couldn't go over. It was like it's like the Price is Right Showcase Showdown. You can't go over.
Right.
I didn't realize that. That's great.
Yeah, that was self-imposed rule. So there you go.
Oh,
all right. The final Tuesday of each, well, at least the fourth Tuesday of each and every month, because I believe this month will have a fifth Tuesday in it. But the fourth Tuesday of the month, you will find the Embedded Correspondents here. You have the longest-running Embedded Correspondent in show history, Doug Scheiding out of Texas, Steve Ray in Tennessee, and David Huff back with us from Oklahoma, and his hot little number sitting to his right. Gentlemen, always appreciate the time. Thanks so much for doing it. There they are, your Embedded Correspondents. Absolutely. And there you go.
All guests appear via the Traeger Grills hotline.
A plethora of conversation this evening.
Yummy.
Wow, Doug was on fire with the sauced brisket. I would dare say incensed even. Doesn't get it. I mean, I think it's been sweet and glazed brisket on the competition side for 10 years now. John Dawson weighing in. So Doug never orders a bacon burger. It's brisket, John. Different. Hey, behind every great meal is a great grill, but not just any grill, a Traeger grill. And the Timberline is Traeger's most advanced grill yet. It allows you to grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, and barbecue like a pro, no matter what your level, thanks to the incredible wood-fired taste. Seriously, you don't know flavor till you're cooking with it. Traeger grills use all-natural hardwood pellets as fuel, so you're literally cooking with flavor. From low and slow-smoked ribs to a seared steak, even a baked apple pie, Traeger's can handle it all. And the Traeger Timberline makes it even easier thanks to the Wi-Fi capability. You can check on your cooks, kick up pit temps, and set custom cook cycles anytime, anywhere, all right from the use of your Traeger app. You can find one at your local Traeger dealer or check them out online at TraegerGrills.com. Now, do you want to beef up that barbecue game? Yes, you do. Traeger shop classes going coast to coast, bringing you barbecue knowledge and amazing wood-fired food everywhere they go. Taught by professional pitmasters like Danielle Bennett, Texas correspondent Doug Scheiding, Chad Ward, Matt Pittman, just to name a few. You'll take home all the skills you need to reach barbecue glory in the backyard or in the neighborhood. Find a shop class near you and sign up today at TraegerGrills.com/shop class. That's TraegerGrills.com/shop class. We are back to wrap the show. Stick around. Be right back.
Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back, and quickly, we have to beat it out of here before the clock runs out. All the way back in the first hour, we had 1 out of 2 segments with Pat LaFrida, lafrida.com. Check it out, Out of Wild Grills. If you're looking for a high-end, 1,500-degree, all-stainless steel, German-engineered Ferrari, German-engineered Mercedes-Benz type cooker, Out of Wild is one you're going to want to take a look at. And then we had the Embedded Correspondents segment. Doug Scheiding from Texas, Steve Ray from Tennessee, and David Huff from Oklahoma, all in this month. And congratulations to Double J Richards for winning the Bubba Burger giveaway contest. He gets a shirt, an apron, a hat, and a voucher for a free box of Bubba Burgers. Big show planned for you next Tuesday, as always. September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. Until next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is your program host and proud U.S. American, Greg Rempe, saying good night now.